Hi, everybody. Welcome to your math lesson. We're going to be on page 562 in your math books. So go turn to page 562, and hopefully you've already watched the Math Antics video that reminds you how to do some of the algebra equations that we're working on. Oh, and do you notice the things in the background, the jellyfish? Yeah, I just thought I'd put that there for you, but I will turn that off right now. So there, okay, that's what I really look like there. I'm not actually underwater. So, and let's do a few things so that you remember how to do some of these equations. I know, I'll do some on my little whiteboard I have. But I brought it home just for you. Okay, so remember, if you have 3x plus 1 equals 10. That look familiar to you, right? We did that. And so first you want to get the x's all by itself. So how do we get rid of the plus 1? You do minus 1. So that cancels that out. And if you do minus 1 here, on the other side of the equal sign, you also have to do minus 1. So then you have 10 minus 1 is 9. And you know, this comes down, and you have 3x equals 9. And you remember that 3x really is multiplications, like 3 times x or x times 3. What's the opposite of times? It's divide. So to get the x by itself, we have to divide by 3, and they cancel out because that is just a 1. So now you just have x equals, and then if you do divide by 3 on this side of the equal sign, you have to do it on this side. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So, sorry, this is messy. You have x equals 3 as your answer. Easy, right? So today we're going to do sort of the same thing, but with division. So if you look on page 562 in your book, are you on page 562? I hope so. If not, you can pause the video and go get to page 562 and then come back. All right, so on page 562 at the bottom, letter A, I'm going to just copy that down. It says x over 8 equals 9. So that means some number that we don't know, x. Oh, sorry, it's a little glary. If you divide it by 8, it'll equal 9. So how do we get the x by itself? We want to get rid of the 8. So right now this is x divided by 8. So the opposite of that is x times 8. So to 2 times 8, you just do 8 times, right? Or 8 over 1, right? Because with fractions, you put a 1 under it. So that means you cancel out the 8s and you have just x. But if you did times 8 on this side, you have to do times 8 on that side. And we all know that 9 times 8 is, that's right, 72. So now you have x equals 72. And just to make sure we got it right, we would take this 72 and you put it back in x. And is it true that 72 divided by 8 is 9? Yes, it is. So now what I'd like you to do, pause this video and do numbers A, B, C, and D on page 562. I'll write that on here. So do page 562, numbers A, B, C, D. So do these. Pause the video, and when you're done, come back. Great. Okay. Well, hopefully you did A, B, C, and D. Let's go over the answers to see if you got them right. So I'm going to switch cameras here. And look, there they are, A, B, C, and D. So for A, hopefully that's one we just did on the whiteboard. You should have gotten that x equals 72, right? X equals 72. You got that? And then for letter B, so we're going to multiply both sides by 4. 8 times 4 is 32. So then y equals 32. Nice. For C, you're going to have to multiply both sides by 5 to get rid of that 5. And 9 times 5 is 45, so m equals 45. And letter D, you got to multiply. Now notice how it's a little bit different just because they put it on the other side there. So, but you still want to do multiply this side by 2 over 1. And then the 2's cancel out. And if you did multiply by 2 there, multiply by 2 here. So you should have 60, or B equals 60. You got that? If you got that, pat yourself on the back and say, yay. Okay, now let's move the book over a little bit and let's go to the next page, because a lot of what we're going to do with these are word problems. So now we're on page 563, just the right next page, and we're looking at letter E. It says, Nathan picked a total, I'm going to underline the word total, of 60 apples in 1/3 of an hour. Write and solve a division equation to find how many apples Nathan could pick in 1 hour. All right, so what do we know? We know that it's 60 apples, is the total is 60 apples. So I know that something is going to equal 60, right? Total 60. And then 1/3 of an hour. So what is the thing that we don't know? We don't know how many apples, right? How many apples? That's what we're trying to find out. And since that's the unknown thing, we're going to call that A. And we know that 1/3 of an hour is what it is. So it's 1/3 of A. So 1/3 of A equals 60. Another way to write 1/3 of A is just, sorry, I'm trying to make this so you can see it better. You could also write A over 3. It's the same thing. So how do we get rid of 1/3 A, or A over 3? Because if you multiply this out, 1/3 A is the same as A over 3, right? So let's just write it like that, because that's how we're used to doing it. So we want to get rid of that 3. So right now it's divided by 3. So we're going to do times 3. 3 over 1 times, which means these cancel out. And if you do times 3 on this side, if you do times 3 on this side, so 60 times 3 equals 180. So you have A equals 180. So if he picked 60 apples in 1/3 of an hour, that means in a full hour, it is 180 apples. I know you're probably thinking, oh, it's really easy. I just do 60 times 3 and get it. All the problems are not going to be that simple. So that's why we're going to do it kind of, multiply this side, multiply that side. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next page. Oh my gosh, we got guided practice. And then we'll do the homework. All right, so what I'd like you to do now is pause the video, and on page 564, do numbers 1, 2, and 3. Ready, go. Okay, so here we are on page 564, numbers 1, 2, and 3. So again, we want to get these numbers by itself. So right now this is m divided by 6. So we got to do times 6, 6 over 1, and that crosses those out. And you have m, and 10 times 6 is 60. So you have m equals 60. Easy, right? Same with this one. Okay, so you're going to do 5 over 1 times k. The 5's cancel out. And then you have to do times 5 here, and you have k equals 55. And on this one, you're dividing by 13. So now you have to do times 13. So 13 over 1. So the 13's cancel out. You have v equals, and now you have to do 14 times 13. Oh my gosh. 14 times 13 is 182. So v equals 182. Got it? Cool. If you got them all right, please pat yourself on the back. Now we've got some word problems. And unfortunately, let's switch to this. And unfortunately, a lot of the problems that you're going to have to do for this are word problems. But once you master this, then the rest will be easy. And we'll spend some time on this. So let's go back and look at them and try. Switch cameras. Okay, so this says, Carrie and Taya are sharing a pack of stickers. Each girl gets 11 stickers. Write and solve a division equation to find out how many total stickers there are. So we want to find out how many total stickers. That's really important. So what is the unknown? It's going to be the stickers. So let's just write S for stickers, right? And the girls are sharing them, right? They're sharing a pack of stickers, and each girl gets 11 of them. So it's S going to be divided by 11 is going to equal, and how many girls are there? Well, there's Carrie and Taya, so that's 2 girls. So S over 11 equals 2. All right, so now you try to figure out what S equals. Ready, go. Watch this. Yeah. All right. So hopefully you knew that we want to get rid of this 11. So you have to do 11 over 1 times. That cancels the 11. And of course, now you have to do 2 times 11. So now you have S equals 22. So you got that? Pat yourself on the back. All right, number 5. Let's see if you can do this one. Chen is buying a ham. He wants to divide it into 6.5-ounce servings for 12 people. Whew. Write and solve a division equation to find out what size ham Chen should buy. So what is the thing that we don't know? We don't know how big of a ham he wants, right? We know that he wants to put it into 6.5-ounce servings. So let's just do H for the unknown for the ham. And he wants to, it even says he wants to divide it into 6.5-ounce servings. So H divided by 6.5 is going to equal, for how many people? 12 people. Got it? Now you pause the video and see if you can figure that out. Pause the video, figure this one out. Bing bong. All right, are you back? Have you figured it out? If not, just pause and come back when you're ready. All right, so we have to do now, we want to get rid of the 6.5, so you do times 6.5 over 1. Those cancel out. Now you have to do 12 times 6.5. And you remember how to do that, right? I'm going to rewrite it over here. 6.5 times 12. It doesn't matter which one's on the top. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13. And a 0 here. Sorry, I'm running out of space and I'm writing over the words. And then this is going to be 6, 5. And if we add all those together, oh, did I do this right? Yeah. I'll get 780. I'm going to write it here, 780. But of course, there's 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place here. So you're going to have H equals 78.0 as your answer. Got it? 78.0. Hopefully you got that. All right, so for now, your assignment that I'd like you to do is the independent practice on page 565. Page 565. And let's just do, heck, just the first 6 problems, just this page. So page 565, I'm going to write up here in case you forget, page 565, 1 through 6. Right? That's not so bad. But notice only 3 of the problems are regular problems. The rest are all word problems. So try it out. And then, or let's go switch to the other screen, other camera. So try it out. And then what I'll do, I'll give you a couple days to do this. So that way we can do some practice. But Friday, I will set up a live video chat. So if you need help with this, I will give you a link on Google Classroom. You click the link and you'll see my face on your computer and you can ask me a question and I'll ask you a question. Now, it's possible that the computer you're using or the tablet or phone, the video chat won't work. But what I can do is I can record it and save it as a video so that if somebody else asks a question, you might have the same question. All right? So remember page I should write it down because, you know, I know sometimes it's hard. So page 565, 1 through 6. Page 565, numbers 1 through 6. And we'll check in on Friday. Adios.